Hello everyone. So what made me to choose this topic, how to become an admirable personality? Early morning I was reading an article which is a clear study of what is the major difference between people who are creating impact on this world and what is the one thing or what is the major conflict, like why many other people are not able to do that. Yes, because 70 out of 100 or 80 out of 100 people are very optimistic and they have high goals. They want to get noticed, they want to get recognizable in the society, they want to do some great things, and they have great ideas too. But why the world is not buying their ideas, and the success rate is very shocking when I see that only 6% of the people, means only 6 out of 100 in this world, generally on an average, will achieve what they want to achieve finally. Now that's a great problem. So in that sense, while I was going, what are the various other reasons, like whether it is a lack of talent, of course few people, whether it is a lack of approach, of course few people, whether it is lack of resources because of their circumstances, yes, there are few cases, but the major problem which they identified is the lack of having an admirable and a strong personality where people will believe us what you say, where people try to rely upon your ideas, they are okay to buy your ideas, and that's how the things will move on. So generally, let us try to explore how we can make ourselves, our personality more likable, more admirable. And there are some very simple reasons for that, and only thing is we should accept that, right? It's as simple as that. If I am trying to fill a bottle with knowing that it's empty, and if I'm not ready to open the cap, then I cannot fill that bottle. It's very simple. So it's very important that even though it's very simple, sometimes we should accept, right? And that's how things will move on. Now let us start the session, or take this session forward by a very simple analysis between an infant and adult. Okay, pardon my drawing here, I'm not so good at that, because what is an infant? Like, everybody was an infant. You were an infant, I was I'm a child, like less than almost 6 or 7 years. Every infant by nature become an adult. What happens, what transition happens with some very important traits, with some important qualities, like curiosity. No deny, everybody will accept that when we see a child, right, maybe your neighbor child, somebody in your kid, the first thing you should accept that they are highly curious. That is why they try to open everything, they try to find something, they try to unpack something which is packed. The parents will be saying no, parents will be mistaking it as naughtiness, it has stubbornness, but the problem is not their strength, is the curiosity levels of a kid are very high. That's why they are not okay to sit at a place. Okay, they always want to see what is happening around them, so that's why they scatter the things, etc. That's a great ability to have. But what is happening in transition when an infant is becoming an adult, right? What happened to our curiosity levels? Our curiosity levels, when we became an adult, they became very partial. Curiosity became very partial, because now if I am a cricket, my curiosity is towards cricket, I am only researching about cricket, I am only searching about cricket, a lot of data, but I am getting disconnected with various other things in life. The universe is massive, it's vast, there are too many other things. It's okay not to have so much information about everything, it's not possible, but to get disconnected, not to know anything about, it's very dangerous. Like, it's very simple, something like it should not be as big as COVID-19 for someone to know about it, because it's affecting the whole world and it's taking lives. Now if you feel that I'm knowing about that, that's not the thing, there are various other things. So that's why when a kid is becoming an adult, he's becoming partially curious, and that is taking a huge damage, is creating a huge damage on personality. Now, braveness. Now it's an ego issue where I say kid is more brave than adult, but the fact is your braveness turns into escapism. Now, by definition, what is braveness? Attempting something without the fear of failure, without thinking too much about the consequences, right? A very simple general example: if a kid is having some problem with other kid, like the other kid is snatching his toy, he will retaliate, he will try to snatch it back, or he will try to hit. He will not calculate who is stronger, he will not calculate what will happen after that, right? But what happens here when a kid is becoming an adult? Similarly, the general example, if you take a college fight, why there are 30 people when one guy is having a problem with other? Why? Because neither he is ready to act immediately or face the situation alone, or neither the other person. They are calling 10 people, they are calling 10 people, and that's how a lot of entertainment to the others. So this is not braveness, this is kind to escape from the situation, not able to face it by your own. Maybe you have lot of just thinking too much about what will happen, or not able to just imagine the failure also, etc., etc. Similarly, a very important thing, honesty. Of course, kids will also lie sometimes. Yes, they try to tell reasons, they try to tell excuses, but a kid will not have the ability or intention to manipulate, right? One time, two times, but third time is he will accept that it's my mistake, or he will just start crying. Means it's a confession that he has done the mistake. But what happens when an infant is becoming an adult? This honesty is interestingly turning into a game called as blame game. A very dangerous game, blame game. Why I failed? College problem. Like, why you are not on time? Bus is not on time. All this, when we try to throw the excuse on either people or situations, circumstances, it means that you are not honest enough to just accept that there is at least 1% your fault, right? You're always trying, but when there is the credit for success, we are more than you are eager to take it 100% without giving to anybody else. But when it is failure, when it is some mistake, you are always, your honesty is converting into blame game. Now, when we are, of course there are many other traits, but fundamentally, like it has been observed that curiosity levels, the braveness of a kid is, or the honesty levels when an infant is becoming an adult is completely, diminishing in a lot of percentages. That's how the personalities becomes very, very uninteresting, boring, right? And when you are boring, when you are uninteresting, why somebody would like to depend, or why somebody would like to notice you, or why somebody would like to believe you? That's the very key. That's the key part here. So when I talk about curiosity, as we are understanding the need to keep our curiosity alive, what is the process, or what are some things which are very simple to do? They are very simple. Yes, to develop first listening skills. Develop your listening skills, right? Of course, should be very choosy, be very selective, but when you listen something, don't listen. Let the data flow. Let it make you think about something else. Let it may correct you. Let it may unlearn you. Let it clarify you. That should be your listening levels. By listening only, basically, your information, your content will go higher. So listening skills are very, very important. Not only just to learn English, to become more informative, it's very important to listen. Effective listener. That's why be an effective listener, they say. And what another important technique is, keep questioning. Say, keep questioning, because the problem is we take things for granted. Why do scientists keep exploring, and why they come up with great solutions? Because they keep questioning. They don't take anything for granted, right? If they have millions of questions, if the sky is blue, why it is blue? Right? If they would not have thought, why will have the scientific evidences of what is what? So keep questioning rather than just believing. Stop believing and start thinking and start questioning. When you question why it is there and why it cannot be better, why it is still having the same shape, like the things will not just be remained as because the universe has evolved from the ape man to what we have today just because people were questioning. So that's how, when you develop this questioning ability, of course questioning with logic is very important. We should not sound stupid also when you question something. It should be filled with logic. So curiosity levels, it's very important. Meet people, meet diverse people. Meet diverse people. Right? Don't lose a single opportunity to have a conversation, to strike a conversation with someone who is from different field from yours. If you're traveling in a train, flight, no matter wherever it is. If a techie is traveling in a train and if he only talks to a techie, what will happen? That is actual boredom. Right? If I am a civilian, I should interact with a army man, like how their life or was, instead of just assuming that everything will be like in movies or documentaries, live interaction will give you definitely great edge. So yes, I would like to keep it with these three: listening, improve listening ability, and keep questioning, yes, in logical way, and meeting diverse people. Yes, meeting diverse people. So that's how curiosity levels can be different. So what is happening? Curiosity and knowledge are directly proportional. So if the curiosity is increasing, then it is obviously increasing your knowledge. Then the ego part, the braveness. Yes, as I told, what is braveness? Braveness is attempting. Braveness is attempting. The more you attempt, what will happen? You will break your comfort zone. You will break your comfort zone. Do things which are different and do things which challenge you. And the best part is, do not think about the result. Think about the progress. 1%, 2%, yes, there will be progress. Yes, a person who cannot speak for in front of public or on stage, if he start trying and if he starts speaking 2 lines also, that's progress. That's not failure. 100% braveness. Do not just mistake as standing unique and challenging someone, and don't take the literal meaning of everything. So please try to remember how we were so brave when we were child. We used to attempt. So that's why please think about trying something which is scaring you, and do it in small steps. If you try to do it overnight, it will scare you more. That's very wrong. So try to do it in steps, small steps. Think and do. Right? And when it comes to the third part, honesty. If your honesty is improving, the scope to improve will go high. If you yourself rate yourself, like I am 8 by 10 in communication, and you don't bother about the rest of the 2 because everybody is not perfect, right? Try to be honest, at least to yourself. That is the key. Don't rather than trying to be honest to others, first try to be honest to yourself. That's more important. What is honesty again? The honesty is having the ability to say the truth, also to accept something which is truth. The honesty is the sheer egolessness to compliment someone and to take criticism. Right? Not every time people will praise you even if you are not special. Why people will just praise you if you are not special? Right? And why you are scared, or why you are feeling inferior just to praise someone because if he's really special. Be honest, right? Praising an art also is again an art. right? So as I told in one of the session we were discussing, great personalities always complement each other. So try to give compliments to others and make them feel good, because the day you receive one, you will know the value of it, right? Because all the points which we are discussing, curiosity, keep questioning, and being brave and not thinking about the failure, all these are listed in the top qualities if you see any celebrity. A classic example to quote, like if we especially in the tech field, people are having great stories about Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, I think after the success of Apple, one of the documentary I saw, after the success of iPhone 4, where everybody is having especially like the success party kind of thing, and his technical manager comes and Steve, with phones we are done, because this is the best thing we can do, because it's the latest iPhone 4 is slim, it's very very accessible, and we can't do much more into mobile, so let's think about something else, he told. Now Steve replies back that I don't think so, because he's questioning why we cannot make it more slim. So in attempt to that question, he asked that guy to throw the latest iPhone 4 into a jug of water, right? Like he's the boss and he should accept. And after doing that act, after taking the phone out and to see some bubbles on the screen, the manager was puzzled, like why you should, what are you trying to explain? And the Steve replies, it's basic physics. If there are bubbles in the screen, there is some space left. Why we are wasting that space? It means we can still make this, the device, slim. That's how it became the basic, need for them to go for iPhone 5. Similarly, you can find great examples. The problem is, we are reading, we feel that we are getting inspired, we feel that we have understood everything, but we are not implementing probably. We are just keeping up, we are just keeping everything to the like button and comment button, but we are not taking into our actual lives. And that's a bigger problem. The feeling that, I am inspired now and I can do great things, and going back to bed is a great danger, right? If you learn 1%, try to implement 5%, right? Because yes, there are so many people who feel so good by just listening to an inspirational speech, and video, or reading a great book and making themselves feel happy that I'm great, but doing again the same mistakes what they were doing till yesterday. That's cheating themselves, right? Knowing obviously will be tested only when you implement. So guys, to have an admirable personality is not to just earn money, not to just become famous, also to live a peaceful and happy life. That's how relationships will be stronger. That's how friends will remember you for a long time. And that's how, life becomes interesting and life becomes alive, right? So thank you for watching, and very soon we'll catch up with one more topic. Thank you.